right, so hello everyone, and welcome to another storytelling video that is being hosted by ChildLine. My name is Aaron George, one of ChildLine's outreach officers, and today the story that we are going to be doing is titled The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Now, this is a very popular story. Many of you may have heard it before, but there are many important lessons that come out of this story, so we saw it fitting to share this particular story this week. So, without further ado, let's jump straight into the story. So, once upon a time, there lived a shepherd boy who would take his flock of sheep for grazing grass by the hillside near his village every day. The hill area was known to have a wolf in its woods who was infamous for attacking the sheep that were grazing there. The villagers of that area were aware of the wolf's menace and were always ready to help anyone who reached out for help. The shepherd boy was well aware of the helping nature of the villagers residing nearby. One fine day, the shepherd boy was getting bored as he sat on the hillside watching his sheep grazing in the grass. To amuse himself, he cried out loudly, "Wolf! Wolf! The wolf is raiding my sheep!" Hearing this, the ever vigilant villagers rushed to the hillside to help the boy in driving the wolf away. But when they arrived, they found that there was no wolf nearby. Seeing the crowd, the boy had a hearty laugh at the sight of their angry faces. Annoyed at his act, the villagers told him not to unnecessarily call out for help when there was no wolf around. Having said that, they went back down the hill. After some time, the boy mischievously shouted out again, "The wolf! The wolf! The wolf is raiding my sheep!" To his amusement, the villagers rushed up the hill again to help him drive the lecherous wolf away. They were naturally upset when he laughed at them for fooling them the second time in a row. One of the villagers, in anger, told the shepherd not to raise a false alarm if there is no wolf around. They went grumbling down the hillside. Later, during the day, the shepherd let out a hue and cry and shouted at the top of his voice, "Wolf! Wolf! The wolf is raiding my sheep!" However, this time the villagers assumed that the boy is unnecessarily raising a false alarm about the wolf for his own amusement. They did not react to his cry for help and thought that he was playing a prank on them this time too. Towards the evening, everyone wondered why the shepherd boy hadn't returned with his flock of sheep. They went up the hill to find him. To their dismay, they found him weeping, and they asked him the reason why he was upset. The shepherd boy replied while sobbing that the wolf had come and scattered his flock of sheep. He cried out for help loudly, "Wolf! Wolf! The wolf is raiding my sheep!" But no one turned up to help him drive the wolf away. The villagers told him that they had come to his aid when he had raised a false alarm in the first two instances. However, when they saw him ridiculing that when they saw him ridiculing them for their helpful nature, they assumed that the third one was a prank call too. Hence, they didn't pay attention to it. So what is the moral of the story? No one will believe a liar, even when the person is speaking the truth. There's a saying that goes, "Once a liar, always a liar." And there's another saying that many people have said, they rather know a thief or they rather know a fighter, and they rather stay away from a liar, because with the thief and with the person who fights or the aggressive person, you know what to expect from that individual. But with the liar, you don't even know what to expect. If they tell you to stand up, you don't know if to run. If they tell you to wait, they'll be there in 5 minutes. You don't know if they really mean 5 hours because they have a reputation for lying. And the thing about it is, when you lie too much, people are not going to believe you, even when you are telling the truth. There are many students in schools who would be infamous or famous in the classroom for giving, let's say, being the class clown or teasing other students in the classroom. And the one day that they actually didn't do something and another student blames them, the teacher has difficulty believing that the person who usually would give trouble was not giving trouble in that instance. It seems weird. It seems different because when you do something over and over, practice makes permanent. People are going to have this permanent impression of you in their mind, and it's going to be very difficult for them to reverse that. So, all in all, this important story is reminding us that as the days go by, as life goes by, try your best to be as honest as possible. Whether it's with asking for help, um, showing someone the ropes, giving somebody directions. I have seen people not know where they are going. They stop and they ask for directions, and the person who's giving directions don't know where the person is asking to go, but they still point them in some direction and lead them further away from their target or from their destination. That's not nice. It's better you say, you know what, I don't really know where you want to go. So I'm so sorry, I'm not able to help you. Maybe that person might be able to help you. Instead of saying, well, they're going to say a mango tree down the road there and make a left here and make a right and make a turn and make a this and make a that. Always be mindful that it is about your integrity. It's about you as the individual keeping true to yourself and doing what you must do. So on that note as well, don't lie to yourself. Because many times when we lie, we think we lie to other people. Sometimes we lie because we ourselves don't want to come to terms with some of the realities, or we want to get ourselves out of trouble. Accept the fact that being honest and having an honest nature about you, it's going to put you in a place of integrity and people are going to view you as such, and that is going to work in your benefit in years to come. You never know when your path will cross with somebody who you lied to. Don't do it, and don't lie to yourself either. So that brings us to the end of today's life lesson. Sorry, today's storytelling video. So I do hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful day.